Hi, this is Bruce Lindsay, working with Liz Gallo on this continuing project to document the stories that veterans have. Today, we're with Korean War veteran Herbie Kern, who was a medic in the Army. Herbie's not only interested in telling his story on video, but he's really interested in sharing his story in person, particularly with youth.
Greetings, I am Herbert Kern, a Korean War veteran, and I have a story I'd like to tell you people of my time of being in Korea. I started out with 1952. I got a telephone call or a letter from Uncle Sam to be in his wonderful army in whatever, and then 9 days later I was in his wonderful army. We had to be down at the new Lemoyne firehouse at 7 o'clock that morning, and there was about 77 of us. They took us on buses from there after a little ceremony and took us down to the New Cumberland Army Depot to change our good old civilian clothes to some good old fatigues. And then we got all of our stuff together and they put us on buses and took us down to Camp Pickett, Virginia. Now, I don't know exactly where it's at, if it was close to Blackstone or what, but I know I was there for 16 weeks, 8 weeks of military training and 8 weeks of medical training. From there, they give us a pass to go from there after training to Fort Lewis, Washington. Well, I had thought about going by train, but I ended up with another buddy and went by plane. And they did reimburse us for that. And we got to Fort Lewis, Washington. And I got a good one to tell you about Fort Lewis, Washington. They would put us on details on trucks, and we were supposed to go clean up the different places. Well, when we got off, they had little donut shacks around. We would go there. The donut shacks were nice big glazed donuts and a cup of coffee. You won't believe this, 15 cents. Then we were there about a month and a half waiting for a ship to come in to take us on that wonderful ride across the Pacific Ocean. Well, I'll tell you, that was a long 17 days to go across. And as we were in the middle of the ocean, I guess you might say around Easter time, they had chapels there. And I'll tell you what, they didn't need no microphones or loudspeakers or nothing, because we all didn't know whether we were going to be coming back or not. Then we kept on going, like I say, for 17 days and ended up in Busan, Korea. From there, they put us on some, you won't believe this, trains with a coal furnace, and these cars didn't have no windows in them. And I was scared to death because I didn't like guard duty to begin with, but we had to stand 2 hours of guard duty. And when we got to where our destination was, on the way up, they would stop at different places and leave us off to help drain the rice paddies, because, I mean, nothing's any good. So anyhow, we got up into, I'd say, maybe 50 miles from the 38th parallel. That's when they distributed us troopers, and that's when I ended up being a first aid man, which I was had 50 men to take care of. This one particular night, we were supposed to go up on a hill. Now, a hill is like Brewster's Summit out here. And I had a platoon of 50 men. They were supposed to go up on, I was supposed to go up with them too, but one of my buddies got hit down there at the bottom of the hill. What? I don't know. Of course, I had to run back down there and take care of him. I don't know how I did it, but I did it. But everybody on top of that hill that night got killed. That's one reason I can sit here and tell you people my story. The good Lord saved my can, and then I had a white band around my arm with a red cross on it. Wanted me to take care of them. I'll tell you what, I've learned a lesson. Now, I had 85 days of combat. That's real combat. I mean, real stuff flying everywhere. And it's just, I can't believe that I can sit here and tell you people this story, because it all is true. It's nothing fake about it. I just hope and pray to God that you people will appreciate it, because it at times I wait. You won't believe this, but I lay awake at night thinking about this thing a lot of times. Now there's another after all of that. Then we had to get on a ship and come back, and that only take 14 days into San Francisco. Then they put us on this boat, and boy, I'll tell you, that Golden Gate Bridge, boy, does that look wonderful. Believe me, it's going underneath that into San Francisco. How many days we were there? Not too many, but they put us on planes. And I don't know how many was on the plane, but they stopped 5 or 6 different places where people could get off and whatever. Then we got into Fort Meade, Maryland, or Baltimore, or whatever. No, I guess it was Washington. One of them places down there. And then I finally got home here, and I was supposed to get out 2 days, right on the button of 2 years. And because of so many people getting out away from the Army or armed forces, I had to stay there 2 days longer, and that was no good. But we did it. We got it. And then I came home. So as I got home, I did not have to go into the reserves because I was in a foreign land. Now, if and when I can do this, or whenever, I would like for all you people, if you don't know the story about Old Glory, that is the United States flag, for God's sake, get it and read it. You'll appreciate the flag a heck of a lot more. Now, I have to say one other thing. 10 years ago, I had a severe heart attack. I was laying on that table, ready to get operated on. Wait a minute, I said. The good Lord, guide the hands that's going to work on me. 6 hours later, I woke up in the IC room, and Lord says to me, Herbie, I don't have any room up here for you yet because you're not done with your life yet. Now, I must tell you, I am 51 years old, or not 51, 91 years old. And I appreciate, if whoever hears this, I hope the heck you appreciate what these armed forces people do. Now, we did have USO shows over there at different times. You don't realize what you have. And here in the United States, you don't realize what you have until you don't have it. Thank you for listening to me. Thank you, and God bless you. Thank you.
When I was in Korea, maybe you skipped this and forgot about it, but I really was in like a thick and thin of things. And I saw more young people getting killed, and moaning and groaning and so on and so forth. It's just, you don't realize how lucky you are when you're in with a group like that, and to watch them get it knocked off, or I shouldn't say knocked off, killed. And I did. I seen more of that. I saw more blood than you'll see in a lifetime. And I don't know how to tell you. It just was pure hell. It doesn't matter how you look at it. But I'm very, very, very thankful that I can sit here and tell you about it. Yes,